how do you use the blood? That's another thing that gives men dominion. And this is where many Christians fail. The early church, the way they welcome visitors is by breaking bread. They knew something. This is why they could not be conquered. This is why they were few, yet they dominated the Palestinian kingdom. Because of a mystery they knew. They knew something about the invincibility of the blood. And the invincibility of the blood is activated when you begin to break bread regularly. The Bible said they went from house to house, breaking bread. So if you visit me, I won't go and give you a chamdor and say I am giving wine. No. When you visit these guys, they were so spiritual. They knew what to do. They were being fought on every side. So they needed to survive by mysteries. And one of the mysteries they had was the blood. And so when you visit a friend, he goes up and comes down. He has come with the communion. He brings the bread and he lifts it up. He gives thanks. He breaks it and said, this is the body of Christ. And he gives you. Both of you take. He takes the cup and he gives thanks and he gives. They saw. That's how they live their lives. When they enter their business, the blood begins to work. When they enter the world, the blood begins to work. So when you want to fight them, the blood shows up. Because there is something the blood does. It's called the mystery of exemption. This is what God taught them in Egypt. He told them, let the blood be applied on your doorpost. He said, when the angel of death comes, he will pass over. So nothing that happens to people happens to them. When they are walking through life, call it plague, call it famine, anything happening to people will pass over them. So they are just dominating, they are just ruling, and you are wondering. They say they are fighting real estate owners, they say they are fighting oil dealers, they say they are fighting pastors, but these guys cannot be fought. There is a Passover technology over their lives, and the way that Passover technology is activated is by breaking bread. See the problem of believers, they are shouting, I plead the blood, I plead the blood. Who pled the blood in the Bible like that? You don't plead the blood by talking it, you plead the blood by breaking it. He said, this is the covenant in my blood. He said, do it as often until I come. So it was a mystery of dominion that God gave us. If you want to rule, do this thing often, do this thing often. And he said the apostles, they didn't just do it in church, they did it from house to house. They did it from place to place. A point came, it became like breakfast. A man wakes up in the morning, he carries the bread, he gives thanks. Because it is broken, my body cannot be broken. He carries the cup, he sups it, and he said, I am exempted. And so if you like, release the angel of death. If you like, release a wicked president. If you like, release a plague. Nothing can by any means touch them, because the mystery of exemption has come over them. See, this is what the Catholic Church knew that made them dominate the world. Anywhere you go to, you'll find the Catholic Church. Go to the village, they are there. Go to the Arab nation, they are there. Even in Dubai, is the king of Dubai that built the Catholic Church. You go and start a church there and see if they will give you license. But the Catholic Church knew something. Every morning the priest must break bread. They do mass every morning, even if there is no congregation. So long as you are a priest, you must break bread. And so the Catholic Church can enter a village, they can enter a city, they can enter hostile territory. No matter where it is, they can enter there. The power of penetration through dominion was invested upon them because they understood the mystery of the blood. And here is what the Bible said in Revelation 1:6. They say, unto him that made us kings and priests. And if you are a priest, then it's your duty to break bread. When someone visits you, break bread. When you are alone, break bread. When you are traveling, break bread. When you go into a meeting, break bread. When you are going for mission, break bread. Whatever you do, break bread. He said, as often as you do this, as often as you do this, as often as you do this, it's a mystery that confers a power that makes you invincible. When you break bread, your body will not be broken. When you break bread, your injuries are taken away. And when you take the cup, even the angel of death shall pass you over. It's a Passover mystery. It's a technology in the spirit that you don't have to fight. When the enemy comes, he has no choice but to go over you. Armed robbers can be robbing. When they rob house 1, house 2, house 3, as they come to your own house, they don't know what happens, but they jump to the next door because there is a technology there. It's called the Passover technology, and only the blood engenders it. Your family, women are not getting married. You may not have enough revelation yet to fight for your family. You may not have enough stamina to fight for your family. While you are growing, be breaking bread. Others may not marry, you will marry. In your family, nobody may be prospering. There's a level you get to in priesthood that you can break that yoke. But while you are yet growing, break bread, brother, so that your own life can go forward. Because only a man standing can pull others up.